A very interesting Chinese creation story. First, there was nothing, and then there was an egg. There was an egg-shaped cloud, and then from it was Ponju. All the matter in the universe was swirled chaotically in that egg, and Ponju was a huge giant. Ponju was an absolute unit who grew in the chaos. For 18,000 years he developed and slept in the egg. Finally, one day he awoke and stretched, and the egg broke to release the matter of the universe. The lighter, pure elements drifted upwards to make the sky and the heavens, and the heavier, impure elements went downwards to create the earth. In the midst of the new world, Ponju worried the heavens and the earth might mix again, so he resolved to hold them apart, with the heaven on his head and the earth under his feet. As the two continued to separate, Ponju grew to hold them apart. For 18,000 years he continued to grow, until the heavens were 30,000 miles above the earth, and the longer he continued to hold the two apart, the taller he grew, and the fear of the return to chaos from youth slowly dissipated. Finally, he realized they were stable, and soon after, he died. Yeah, he just died. Yeah, he died. With an immense giant's death, the earth took on a new character. His arms and legs became the four directions and the mountains. His blood became the river, and his sweat became the rain and dew. His voice became the thunder, which makes absolutely no sense because he's dead, but okay, he still screams after death. And his breath became the winds, his hair became the grass, and his veins became the roads and paths. His teeth and bones became the minerals and rocks. His flesh became the soil of the fields up above. His left eye became the sun, and his right eye became the moon. Thus, in death, as in life, Ponju made the world as it is today. Oh, okay. So, basically he's dead but alive at the same time. Many centuries later, there was a goddess named Nua who roamed this wild world that Ponju had left behind. And she became lonely because, she's the only person there. And then she looked at her reflection. She's like, oh, I've never seen something like myself. So she resolved to make something like herself for company. From the edge of the pond, she took some mud and shaped it in the form of a human being. And at first, the creation she created had no life. And then she set it down, and her touch brought it life, and it started to dance around her. She was pleased with her creation, so Nua made more of them, and her loneliness slowly disappeared in the crowd of little humans around her. She made them for like about 2 days, and she still wanted to make more. So she pulled down a long vine, dragged it through the mud, flung it around, and droplets of the mud became more humans. But they were not as perfect as the ones she made by hand. So the ones she made by hand became the aristocrats, and the ones she made by the vine became the poor common folk, because, social status. Oh, and Noah realized that her work was incomplete because her humans just kept on dying. So she decided to make male and female so they can reproduce and make more humans. Many years later, Ponju's greatest fear came true. The earth collapsed, so there were holes in the sky, and the earth cracked, letting water rush from below to flood the earth. At other places, fires sprung forth the earth, and wild beasts emerged to eat all the humans. Nua drove the beasts back. She healed the earth with her mighty power. To fix the sky, she took stones of many colors from the rivers and built a fire in which she melted them. She used them to patch the holes in the skies, and those became stars, from my understanding. And she used the 4 legs of an absolute unit of a turtle to support the sky again. She was exhausted, so she just laid down and died, just like Ponju. She just basically just died, and her body became features of the earth which are unexplained.